Welcome to the southwest side of Oklahoma City, specifically 73119. This side of town, when I came here in 2015, I wouldn't have come over here unless I was literally wearing a bulletproof jacket, which I did actually have a bulletproof jacket at that point, or a vest that I would wear underneath my clothes. There was a lot of gang activity and all kinds of crazy stuff, and now it's relatively stable. And now we've marked this zip code as the #1 rent-to-value ratio in the Midwest right now. In fact, if you go to our website and you look at the rent-to-value ratio charts, this area, in fact, is the only green zone, which is the 1% rent-to-value ratio or higher zip code in the entire state. Now, I'm checking on a rental property I've got, which is that blue house you see behind me, or on the other side of where you're looking. This is a 360 video, so you should be able to scroll around here and look. And I wanted to bring up, for you investors that may be purchasing in Oklahoma City, typically you're only shown a small little view of what Oklahoma is, Oklahoma County at least, which is a 640 square mile area, most of which is Class C and D. And there's a lot of reasons behind that, but the short story of it is, in the 1800s, when everybody came here in the land rush, they kind of hastily put up homes and then kind of carried that tone along throughout the years. And southwest Oklahoma City, these houses you see here, 1930s, 1940s, frame homes, 900 square foot, cap out at about 1,200. And anything larger than 1,200 square foot typically is an addition that they've added to the back of the home, and of course, without permits. This side of town is notorious for not pulling any permits on anything. In fact, the fire department calls this area the box. They call it the box because there's almost a fire every single day. So they get lots of training inside the box. I'm bringing all this up so that you have a fundamental understanding of what the Class C and D areas are in Oklahoma City. They're homes with workers that pay on time usually, don't complain about repairs, and the properties typically appreciate much faster than anywhere else. For example, that blue house that you saw back there was purchased at $60,000 just 2 years ago. Renovated cost was about $40,000, and now it's worth about $130,000. That's a good example of how you can affordably invest in real estate in a town like Oklahoma City, but you have to be okay with the way things look. Totally agree with you. In 2015, when I moved here, I thought no one in their right mind would ever buy anything in this town. In fact, most of this town looks a lot like this. This is one of the worst, but a lot of it looks this way. And what I learned over the last 7 years and 300 transactions is that people that are born here, they're used to this. This is the way life is to them. And so as an investor, you have to remember that. When in Rome, you do things the Roman way. When in Oklahoma City, you do things the Oklahoma City way. Let the other people figure out the appreciation metrics, and you watch what culture is accepting. You fit within that and maybe slightly above, and you'll find yourself in an interesting position of cash flow. So there is a link to a video I made a little while ago about the southwest side. It's got a little bit more drone footage. It's got some overview charts to kind of show you a little bit more of this area. The key things to remember when investing in a Class C and D area is you need to have a property manager that understands the fundamentals, understands Section 8, how it works, understands cash payments and how to process them, and understands the drama that may be associated with someone in a very turbulent economic situation. I know that sounds crazy and you go, oh my God, why would you want to do that? Well, there's a lot of benefits to it. When you have the right management system in place, you can actually make a lot of cash flow and be in a position where you have maximum appreciation. But the team is critical. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've been able to look around in safety behind your screen and know that this side of town, as crazy as it looks, the crime is actually lower than on the rich sides of town, believe it or not. This is predominantly Hispanic on this side of town. This is a lot of immigrants that come here. They're just simply coming here to work, to create all the renovations on the northwest side of town. And they're just wanting to be in peace, right? And send money home and that kind of thing. So it's actually relatively safe compared to other Class C and D areas in town. So if you want to start the discussion about Class C and D rentals, I know that sounds crazy for me to say, but this is the secret to a lot of the wealthiest individuals in Oklahoma City. A good chunk of their portfolio is exactly this, Class C and D. Thanks for watching.